there was a lot of pressure from the family and their pastor that I should become a minister. I finished seminary, got my Master's of Divinity. I went ahead and was ordained. Eventually I had to leave. In order to get into the path, it was the path that made most sense to me. And that was to help people find ways of being healed. That didn't say you have to believe this, you must do this, you must behave this way. But what does your heart lead you to do? Then you're going to take your right arm, put your elbow right there by your arm, and then roughly about 30 degrees. It's sort of right up around you. That's it. Yeah. And then you're going to look straight forward, and your eyes are closed. That's the posture. What I'm going to ask you to do is take, this is cornmeal. Just take a pinch. Hey, 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 angua. Hey, 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 angua. The posture itself is the ritual, and that's the content. And what it does as a content is it gives you access to the spirit world. And by that, I mean it gives you access to wisdom, your inner wisdom, or wisdom of your ancestors, or wisdoms of the spirits around here, the plants, for example. And so people go there for healing. They go there for intake of wisdom. If I want to go to expand my consciousness, I will go in there to shapeshift and to explore what it means to take on the shape and the mentality and the vision of, say, a mountain lion or a deer or an ant or something, so that I as a person expand my worldview to become the whole world around me. And with that, I walk in the world in a different way. I walk in respect and honor and regard to what's around me. Then I start the rattling. And I rattle at a very consistent rate. I have to keep it even, so I've been trained to consistently hold that rhythm for 15 minutes. Each of those postures has a fairly specific way of entering into the spirit world, which if you did a different posture, it would be a very different experience. And so I would take you in, and on a 15-minute rattle, you would have a complete journey and come back out. People will have total distortions of space and time. People will swear there was another rattle in the room. Or they will swear I got up and moved. Or they will say, when did you stop rattling? I didn't hear the rattle at all. People will say, what 15 minutes? We just got started. I was doing them and didn't know that that's what I was doing. I was in another Native American ceremony and was dancing. It's a circle dance done at night. And I found myself in this particular posture, and as I was dancing around in the circle, all of a sudden, all these incredible visual experiences, I didn't know what was going on. Somebody saw me doing that who actually knew about these postures and was already a teacher at the Cuyamungue Institute. And she said, what you're doing is the bear spirit posture. did you experience?
I felt really scared.
Scared?
Very scared. Felt like I was going to that state you were talking about, but it was very scary. I wasn't in control.
They throw me back off and then I'd hear it again. And every now and then it would cut out. I started hearing it from right here. And it almost felt like it was a back one. It was one right behind it.
So chill. And then as soon as the rattle came, I felt like this whoosh. And I was like, I felt like something was happening. Like I felt like, I don't know how to describe it, but like my mind was like rising. And then I knew like, oh, this is where I should be going. I should follow wherever this is taking me. But then I was like, oh my God, what's happening? And I snapped out of it and then I lost it.
I was thinking a whole lot for a long time, and I feel like I wasn't getting there because I was thinking very close to the end of this, actually. Like everything whooshed, and I was like seeing a light, and I felt like I was running. It was really, really intense, actually, but it kind of just phased out because we stopped.
And so one day I was working with this guy who was dying of liver disease from alcoholism and whatever else he had been doing with his life. I happened to tell him about these things, and he wanted spirits to come in and help him out. So I did the rattling. I saw 3 of them come in over my left shoulder and go to him. So I finished the rattling. I get down, and I'm sitting in quiet, and he opened up his eyes, and he said, "They're here." And I said, "Yeah." He says, "There are 3 of them." I said, "Yeah." I said, "Now they're here to help you." He said, "Okay, that's good." I don't know what he thought, but the next day I got this frantic phone call. "You've got to come here. They're kicking my butt. You got to tell them to go. You've got to tell them to go." And I said, okay. So I went back and I thanked them and then let them go, and away they went. And then the next time he had his blood draw, his liver didn't have any of the disease that they had noted in his blood previously. And in fact, he had to leave hospice because he was no longer dying. So we had a conversation about that in the staff meeting. And the doctor said, "Well, the blood work previously must have had some errors in it." And I said, how many blood draws had you done? And there were errors every single time, and now, he's healed. With good heart and to go deep. What's my relationship to the earth? What's my relationship to the ancestors? How can I open up these spiritual doors in ways that actually not only help me, but help me serve other people? These are the kinds of questions we start working with in this work. Cuyamungue Institute does not teach a religion. It only teaches a way. So when we put people into postures, it really doesn't matter what your religion is. What the Cuyamungue Institute does is open up some of the possibilities for how you can be a whole person. And so spirituality is how you can be deeply connected to all that is. That becomes authentic. But to say, I'm only this much of it, and this is all that it is, that's to be separated from all that can be.